Hey everyone. So the idea of this is very impromptu. Wanted to kick off a bit of a live stream because I've just thought that we need to start getting ready the 90 days of DevOps repository for 2023. So I want to make sure that let's show you. That might be easier. So let's present, share screen. You're going to get a bit of inception as I do this. Hopefully everyone can see. Let's also do this. I just want to grab everything. So if I go to youtube.com, I go to my channel, YouTube Studio, content, live. Let's go and grab this. And let's copy that. Let's throw that into Twitter. So just put, pretty sure I can edit this later as well. This. Okay, just listen. Okay, so do we have anyone? Where is my that chat won't work? Let me also do this. Get into there. No, it's not made for kids. One person. That might be just me. If you are there, can you just confirm that you can hear me and all of that good? Hello, mate. Hey, Stephen. Can you just give me the thumbs up as to whether everything is actually working? Just a random, impromptu little live stream to take a look at this repository and get things up and running. Can you hear me okay? Good. Well, video, you can't do anything about that. It's just me. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, then the idea is very impromptu, just to have a look at. So 90 days of DevOps obviously went mental. And the idea for 2023 is to get a group of community people that have better subject matter expertise in certain areas where we can take a look again with the same premise though, right? So we've got 90 days of 7 days for each type module. With each one, we will kind of kick things off with the big picture like we did last time, get into a bit of theory about that, and maybe start defining some of the tooling that we have and the technologies that we have in that space. And then the final 2-3 days at the end of that 7 days will be getting hands-on, deploying that in a particular platform and seeing what is available. So So I kind of started what the layout was going to look like. So at the moment, the layout looks very much like this. So we kick things off with the README. We have different versions, which still blows my mind that we have all of these different uh, translations of the repository, when this just happened to be me taking some notes, and then suddenly it was a learning resource for everyone. And then we have the 90-day breakdown of all the different topics. So obviously from that point of view, I don't want to then put another list of 90. I think that would get massively out of control and people will lose it. Then we've got a license, and then we've got this star history of showing like what's happened over the last 10 months and how people have randomly been finding this and still sticking a star on that. In fact, I also created a much against my will, in a way, is that I don't really like Discord in the fact that I think it hides everything away. I think I'd like it to be an online forum, but I also understand that this is a live. Everyone can get into it. So I'll make sure I post this in the chat, especially if you're on Discord. You could just add it. So let's put that in the chat, and I'll make sure it's noted somewhere. So join in there, and then I've got some GitHub alerts that tell me when everyone's starring the repository, and also when things are being updated. So anyway, back to what I want to get done is that I want to kind of separate the 2022 and the 2023 and just get ready so that we can start creating the content. So I already have created a branch called 90 Days of DevSecOps. Now, some things have changed here, but the premise of what I want to achieve is something very similar, right? So name, what it is that we're doing, probably leave out these translations are very focused on the on the 2022 edition. So I expect that they should carry on. They should just stay with that 2022 folder. So what is it? What are we doing here? What's the challenge kind of thing? And some of that other stuff. So we'll change that today. But then equally, I want to have on this front page a link to that 2022, maybe another README within that with the long list of contents. But then equally, I want to go to 2023 that takes me to another README that focuses on these new new topics that we're going to be doing in there. So hopefully that all makes a bit of sense. Now, the reason why I'm not going to do this particular branch is because it's there's some of the stuff that I did in there that I don't want to drag across. Also, if you've got a good idea around this 2022, 2023, I literally Googled and found two images that kind of fit. I know that there's a lot more creative people out there than me. So if you can help there, by all means, please jump in. Okay, so let's take a look at what branch I'm in. So let's check out main. That should jump us back up to the main copy. There we go. And if we just do a git pull, we're all good. We're all up to date. Okay, so here we get to see this is the current README. So what I want to do is let's rename this README to 2022 with. What that's going to do is now we don't have a README. So what we then want to do is create a new README file. And take some of that stuff that we have in here, i.e. the logo, definitely want that, and the title. Let's throw them in there. And we don't need that. We do want this repository is used to document my journey on getting a better foundational knowledge of DevOps. I will be starting this journey on. So let's take this because that is exactly what it is still. And then the reason for documenting these days is so that others can take something from it and also hopefully enhance the resources. Yep, let's go with that as well. And the goal is to take 90 days. Yeah, okay, that kind of changed a bit. So this will not cover all things DevOps, but it will cover the areas that I feel will benefit my learning and understanding. Okay, let's take that as well. Now, what else do we have? Goal is that. Yeah, we can take these as well. This is basically a link to Coffee, and it should be the Discord server, but I'm not sure why that's not showing. Let's add that in. 22. Way to get in touch. This is going to be via Twitter. Yep, same. So let's take that. And then what I want to do is I want to skip all the way down to the bottom because we're not going to show this progress. We are going to literally just add in the last bits. The license needs to be there. The work is licensed under, and then the star history and a few other things underneath with the shields. And let's see what that looks like. Let's save that. Let's preview what that looks like. So over on the left, over on the right hand side, you see, okay, yeah, we come in, the repository, blah, blah, blah. It's not cover all things DevOps, the quickest way to get in touch. Okay, so that looks like how I want, but maybe up here is actually where I should, just under these bits is the two images below take you to the 2022 and 23 edition of the learning journey, maybe. So with that, then let's save that. I know on my desktop I saved. Did I not save it? Probably not. Okay, so that's saved. So let's then those them two images. And yeah, so I want to go to 90 days of DevSecOps. So that's a, why did that do that? It wants me to stash them first. Well, let's not. Let's add them. I'm going to commit them using change for 2023. And then let's do a git push. I'm hoping. Okay. So now if we go up to that repo, let's go back to our original, our main branch. Now things look a little bit different. Yeah, okay, so we've lost all of them, but we do have our 2022, which should look the same as our old readme. Okay, so we haven't lost anything. We're just, this is what I mean. We're just sorting some stuff out. Let's see if there's any questions. Looks all good. 3 people. Wow. Okay, so back in here, and this is me definitely just taking stuff out of the one that I mentioned. So hopefully a few files will appear here. Basically what I want to do is I want to jump into that the readme in this branch, and there's a bit of tech or a bit of HTML. I think it's actually using to display those images. So if I look here, so this is the README in. Yeah, you see here. So this here is displaying this. So I'm going to take this, and if there is a better way, then please feel free to share that with me. Let me just add that there. So is there anything else? No, I don't think so. I think that is just it. So let's check out again. Check out main. Just going to throw us back in. Didn't make any changes. Okay, but within the README, we want to be above. Where do we want to be? The two images below are there. I'm not sure how it's picked that up other than through cache, because we don't have them two files in. So let's then go and grab these and throw them in to our folder. So they're just going to go in there. I think that's fine. And then while I'm also in here, what I've done is I've created a folder with 90 MD files. Again, they're all empty, but what this will do is save me having to run some more commands. And what I basically want to do is paste that in there. So now, if we go back here, I'm sure that was a link before as well that would take you to. Yeah. So each one will take you to a file called 2023. So we have the 2022 MD. We don't have the other one. So did I? Yeah, I grabbed that one as well. Let's put that in there. Okay, so paste. Now let's have a look what they all look like. So the README looks like this. What we just did, added those two buttons. Don't know why that's still a. Why is that a link? That shouldn't be a link. Did I close it? Very odd. Just not sure how that is a link. How is that still associated to that? I have no idea. Let's take that away. Very odd. That is also saying. So I haven't got something closed by the looks of it. What is it? What is it? So if I put something there, yeah, that's also going to link to that. I'm doing something wrong. What is it? Clearly not closing these links, and that's why. And that is why we're linking to that. Anything that I put in here is also a link to that. Didn't take me long to get into Stack Overflow, that's for sure. Yeah, I have that. And there. That's the link line. Ah, that's clearly the issue, isn't it? Because if I go like that. Web Development 101. It's still not right, but at least it closed that. Okay, so did I? Yeah. Okay, cool. So there's the README. That will take me to these, which will then take me to. So does that take me to? I bet both of them took you to 2023 then before. Interesting. So if we look at 2022, should be that long list of everything that we've done already. Yeah. All good stuff. And 2023 should be this. And the one thing I need to change is this one. And save. And this is a list of all of the people that have thankfully agreed to help on the project, and I'll run through some of them if I get time as well. And then this one should just be a list of all of those that we added. We'll have to change the icons to suit better, but ultimately that should be the way it is. The other thing that we need to do is we need to. Now this is where I want to now just let's add them. Let's commit change readme and add 2022 and 2023. Files. Push those up. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the next stage that I want to do is potentially going to be where I have to bail out a few times. So if you look here, I have Docker images that needs moving. Someone thankfully did an upload of that, so I need to move that as well. But basically what I want to happen is this days is 2022. So if I go in here, then you've got everything associated to 2022. In doing that, then that looks a mess now. So what I want to do is I want to put all of these translated folders also into a new folder called 2022. So let's actually do that as well. But then we need to point everything to that. So 2022, obviously there's nothing in there right now. Okay, so first of all, Docker images. I could probably easily find that because the idea would be is that we would put that under containers, maybe. Yeah, that's where that's going to be. So let's go and do some searches. Let's do Docker files. No, I think it's called Docker images. What did we call it? Docker images. Docker images. Didn't find anything. It seems odd. Right, let's. Okay, very odd. Let's do this. Do it this way. If I go and look at 2022 and I go down to Docker. What is big picture? What is Docker? Getting installed. getting installed. Right, let's see what this page looks like. Getting started, blah, 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 Docker engine, blah, 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 Docker desktop, yes. Docker hub, Docker file, install in Docker desktop. Take note before you go ahead. Install Windows. Okay, so where is that file? Image source. Images. So what is actually using that then? That makes sense to me. Day 43, enable. I don't use that image. I don't use the HTML in there, but it kind of makes sense. So there's a config dot. Is that being used? Let's have a look. In fact, let's actually config dot png, not being used, not being defined anywhere. So maybe that can be got rid of. I think so. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. So the idea here. Yep. So we have to move all of this stuff from here into there. Now, I'm going to do days first. So we've got these translations that are all the same. So if we look at Spanish, for example, someone kind enough has gone through and and translated everything to Spanish. Now, if I go and break this, it's going to take me to some weird places to begin with. So let's think about this first. Days. So. What uses days? Let's move it into there. Not there. Let's move it into that one. Move. Right, now, anything in here is going to have, let's kill this. Let's go and have a look at day one. So day one, on every single on every page where it now associates to /days/ so here, this is going to take us to nothing because, or is it? That's a good point because it's inside that folder. So we made a pretty substantial change there. Git commit, move days to folder 2022. Let's see if I can really mess up this repository. So I also thought about whether you create a new repository for 2023 and just go again. But I feel like there's a lot of people that have forked, that are watching, that are commenting and contributing to. I think for me, it makes sense to leave it all in the same one, providing there's no capacity issue with doing so. Maybe someone could look that up for me and see if is there a capacity issue if we keep putting Markdown's not the problem. They're just basically text files. But if we keep putting images on, are we gonna hit a limit? Are we gonna hit a limit on what our repository can be in size? I doubt it, because if you think about the majority of software is going to be stored here, both monolith applications as well as obviously new stuff. I don't think we'll hit that, but who knows? So these links on the bottom of every day where it says day 2 and then this. So like this would, I think this would still actually work. So if I click on it, you get to day 3, day 4. Now where I think you'll have an issue is where we define slash CI/CD slash cloud slash, but maybe not. Maybe just doing that is enough. Maybe. But let's so we know that there is going to be a slash CI/CD because we do it here. Look. What does that actually look like? So where I have days, so we don't have that days anymore. Yes, we do in the. So if I do that and I go down here, yeah, why not? That's not even in. That's in Japanese. Definitely don't need to be opening that. So these are all looking at that. Interesting. I knew this was going to confuse me. So configuration management. Let's have a look at, if we can. Let's search for config management. Okay, so there is a YAML file and that opens. So maybe we don't. Maybe we're all good with just what we've done. Let's refresh this. However, now we've got 2022 days, which might be, I'm okay with that, if that makes sense. So the idea is that I want to be able to click on 2022. I want to be able to go down the list. I want to be able to go to Azure security models. Yeah, see, that doesn't look ideal. If I went to, that's what I want. That's what we need to fix. That. So how do we do that? Let's go back in here. Let's go back to our, I guess we want to go back to our 22 MD because that's here. So we want to send it to, hang on, let's do this because it's going to be, right, get rid of that. Let's have a look. We know that this is going to break. Yeah. So let's do a search and replace. So let me do that here. What about find then? No, I only want to get rid of that. I want to find all of them that are like that. Well, there's right. So I only want it to be on 22.md. I want to find anything that has got days, day, And that should be only in here. Yep. Because what I want to do is I want to add that 2022 at the start. So can I do that and do, here we go, 2022 days, day. I think let's, well, I think that's what we want to do. So now if I hit that, yeah, that looks good. So, right, back to, where's my terminal? And if I go get add, and we go, in fact, let's save it. And we go git commit. Oh no, let's just do git status. That's what we actually, we only modified that, yeah, which is what we wanted to do. So let's then do a git commit -m update 2022 MD path 2 days. Yeah, push. The fact that there's 90 insertions is a good start. Is anyone on? Couple of you sticking around. Okay, so let's have a look. Refresh. We're on 2022 MD. So if we go to introduction, we get our introduction. If we go down, right down to the bottom, we go day 2. We get our day 2. We get to go back to day 1, maybe. Yeah, so that works. Let's see if we can find. Let's see if we can find actually the 2022 MD. Let's just pick a config management was the one that I used. So let's go and see if we can find anything to do with that. Nope. Day 64 here. So this generally starts with the installation set, which you can find here. So where's that? Okay, that's out external. That's going to take us back to, so let's see whether this works. So for my control node, and at least this demo, I'm going to use the Linux VM we created way back in the Linux section. Let's do a open in new tab. It opens something, looks good. Another video, good stuff. Okay, yeah. So ad hoc commands, where does that take us? Oh yeah, more external. They'll work, so we haven't changed anything there. What about this particular file? Will that take us anywhere? No. Okay, so what we then need to look at is, well, one, did it ever work? That would be interesting. But that in particular, so anything that says about days, so anything that, so let's firstly get rid of that. Let's jump back in here, go into our days folder, find in folder, none of that. Let's get rid of that. What we want to do, I haven't even said anything yet. I need to find where it links. So it'll be back end of a command that looks like that. With that, why is that only looking at that? I want to look at particular. Okay, this might actually be what we're looking for. What did that say? Find the files that you located here. Okay, where did I put that then? So here, hopefully I'm making sense because I kind of don't feel like I am at the moment. 2022 slash, we add that. That should then open up a file, he says, which is then found there. I feel like it will once it's uploaded because our folder, hang on, let me make sure. So day 65 should be on there. So it's 22 days, then it's the folder. Yeah, okay. So let's have a look at the next one. Let's close these. And this one, that looks the same. To me, they just look the same. So I can't believe that. Oh, I see, they're in different. So what about if it's lowercase? Oh, well, we know that there is one because this one on day 65, that talks about vagrant somewhere. Have I gone past it? Most likely. Vagrant file, right. So there. Well, let me see if I can find that. You're saying I can't find that. What about that? You can find this file here. That looks like, it's got a /days. I bet that was never going to work. That never worked before we even made the change. So let's save that. Let's save that. Save that. That'll be just, I believe these will be different. I'm probably breaking these other language. These, they are going to be in that folder. So okay, so that hasn't changed, but let's just make sure then. How many of them are there? /dears. Exclude the 2022.md. See, there's a lot. Let's just make sure. Okay. So what we could do is we could do this. We could do 2022 days. And that will go through all of them and make that change. Oh, better jump on that. So 18 files with that, replace. Yeah, let's go and have a look, see if it works. What was it? Containers folder. Oh, it's a folder, so that won't work like that. Let's conscious that I've got to change file locations 2022. Get push. Go back here. That should be fixed. Okay. I think that was broken before, but I was trying to go to 2022 days, 2022 days. So that won't work. Let me find out. It wants to go. This is what I was worried about. So this is the file. Oh, did it just get rid of everything? Oh, no, that's the replace. We don't want to replace anything. Find that here, blah, 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 blah. So actually, we don't need any of that because it's just going to go and get it from there. I'll be in a better shape than it was. That's for sure. So hopefully that all makes sense as to what I've been doing there. So 3 results. Changing these countries, and I don't think I should be. Or these translations. I feel like that's going to break a few things. Okay, so git add, git commit, fix 22 file folder locations. Obviously, I've only done a few, so I haven't done all of them. If I come out of there, though, did I say git push? I think I did. Let's refresh that. Let's go to our vagrant file. That's still saying that. Did I go git push? No, that's why. Okay, right. Refresh. Aha. You see what I've done there. So if we go back to the home, obviously we still have all of these. We have all of these translations that need to go inside of here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of those in to that folder. And I'm going to do that like this. and we're going to push those up. So git add, going to be a hell of a lot. Then we're going to do a git commit, migrate 2022 translations to 2022 folder structure. Git push. Did that all make sense? I don't know how long I've been rabbiting on for now, but this should look a little bit tidier now. And yeah, whoa, Inception. Yeah, okay, so did I finish? No. Let's see how much damage this has caused. Then we're coming up to the hour. I never thought this would take all that time. So I definitely need to. But yeah, let me know whether it's useful to record this sort of stuff or stream it. Obviously, whenever I record a video, it's normally, right, how do I only use 10, 15, 20 minutes max, show the point, show it, then get off. Obviously, if you're doing stuff where you have to take time and take care, then yeah, it sometimes takes a bit longer. But if it's useful, then I can just hit go live and no worries. This is taking. There's no storage efficiencies when it comes to GitHub. This just thinks that these are new files being moved and copied and removed from the other side. But hopefully I haven't upset all of the other community contributors that have put so much effort into translating into other languages, because there is no way. I struggle even to write everything in English. So okay, so we should be good. So if we go and have a look at our 90 days of DevOps, yeah, it looks a little bit tidier. And we look like that. So if we go into 2022 now, we've got that. We've got responsibilities of that. Back to day one. I think what we should do is probably have a link back to maybe the main readme, or you come in here and you've got another readme. That's maybe where this. I wonder if there's a way, I bet there is, of being able to make this the readme for this folder. So when you go into that, you get this. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, if we go down to playbooks. Okay, so I think that'll do. I think we're in good shape. I think what I'll do next is probably start to build out the 2023 with a bit more of the detail about who's taking on which topic. Thankful for those build out a little bit more about what this needs to say as well. And start putting some titles down here of what it needs to look. I'll probably put the dates here as well so that you know what dates they have assigned to them so you can follow along. Cool. Hopefully that was useful. Let me stop sharing so that we can then record this. If there's anyone still there, perfect. If not, drop us some feedback. I was going to do it anyway, so yeah. Cool. Laters. Have a good weekend.